least 8 people. There could be more deaths that could be reported, because we're getting to know that there are many other workers who are buried under the debris, and there are rescue operations that continue since 10 a.m. when the blast took place. We are also getting to know that there has been debris that has been found at the site of the blast at the ordnance factory today. There are several workers that are feared trapped under the special equipments are being used to evacuate the workers who are trapped. In fact, there is an eyewitness who has found the debris from the blast, and the eyewitness has said that he was on his way to work when he found that the debris flying in air and heard a loud explosion. Listen in to that eyewitness account.
काम के लिए निकला था, काम के बाद में ये है जो अपना पेवटा मोड़ बोलते हैं वहाँ पे आया तो ये स्पॉट दिखाया मेरे को। स्पॉट देखते देखते वो ऊपर में जैसे पत्थरे वो उल्टे ना वैसे उल्टे दिखे मेरे को। तो एक जो यहाँ था पत्थरा बड़ा वाला वो यहाँ गिरा, और जैसे ही वो गिरा मैं वहाँ से भाग गया, गाड़ी फेंक के पीछे चला गया। और मेरे साथ में 4 लड़की थी पीछे में, उन्होंने भी वो साइकिल छोड़ के भागने लगी और रोने लगी है। देख ही नहीं पाया मैं, जैसे वो आग निकलती है ना और उसके साथ में धुआं निकलता है, ऐसे दिखा मेरे को कि क्या बताने की ऐसी इच्छा नहीं हो रही मेरी। आवाज़ आई तो कान बंद कर दिए मैंने और पीछे भागा तो पलटा ही नहीं जल्दी।
Daryl is back on the telecast with me. Daryl, an eyewitness account. He said he was headed to work. He heard a loud explosion. There was debris that was flying everywhere. He decided to flee that area, and this is what he's telling. He's saying that after the explosion there was debris that was flying all over the area, and he could have been fatally hurt if he did not flee the area right then and there.
Absolutely, Megha. As we heard the eyewitness who saw this whole incident, it was a massive blast and the intensity was so high that it could be heard 5 kilometers away. As we heard eyewitness saying that he was heading towards his work when he saw that there was this debris flying in the air, and soon as it fell on the ground, he ran away from the spot because he would have also got hurt in that whole incident, and there were 4 people with him, and he left the spot at that very time. So we can see that it's a very massive blast which took place at the ordnance factory in Jawahar Nagar. But now what the officials have said that the rescue operations are underway and each and everything is closely monitored. The Chief Minister has also commented on this, that
right.
He's in with the local authorities in Bhandara.
Yeah, Daryl, stay on with me. I also have with me on the telecast Brajesh Kumar. He is the former Director General, Military Engineering Services, joining me on the telecast. Sir, the question that arises is, what are the kind of precautions, what are the protocols, guidelines that have to be followed by the workers when they are working in the factory and when they are tackling and working in a very volatile situation where very volatile chemicals are being used? We're talking about high intensity explosives. We are talking about acid that they are dealing with on a daily basis.
Megha, thank you for having me on the show. Firstly, very unfortunate to have this kind of an accident in an ordnance factory which is very, very old. In fact, most of our ordnance factories are located tucked in the Vidarbha region, and they have the systems, they have people, they are working, they all think a stereotype and taped up for long period of time. After the reorganization of the ordnance factory, these come under the Munition India Company, a defense PSU based at Pune. Now, as I said, these are very old factories with setup and system in place. Now, this particular factory manufactures EMS, EX, RDX, and the explosives required for the projectiles, missile systems, and rocketry. So these are highly sophisticated, applications of the material which it produces. So that is one. The second aspect is, this is not a fire. This is an explosion. Well, the high explosive detonates, and detonation carries destruction. The pieces of fragments which you just saw on your screen indicates, there are huge intensity explosion caused by detonation of the high explosive, which breaks the roof of the structure which is placed and falls outside couple of 100 meters beyond the safety region of the factory per se. So it's huge. Now the second aspect is, where is it happened? Was it a storage shed? Was it a testing shed where the explosive was being tested? Or it's a preparation shed where people are working on it. So we don't know as yet where was it actually. More details need to come in. The other aspect is it gives room for doubt. Very close to 26th January, when security is tight, I only hope there are no other factors, right, which go into engineering these kind of things. We had cases in the past. If viewers can recollect the Suratgarh ammunition depot blast long time back, two happens in J&K, one in Srinagar, and the second one near Jammu and Udhampur area, and not happened in this area, Vidarbha region as such. So we got to preclude all that. It's a serious matter.
Yeah.
It's not just a question of, you see, accident and losing life is very bad, understandable too. But then it should not be something which is more sinister and severe. So I suppose they would have ordered those little codes of inquiry or board of inquiry and see all angles of it, Intel, international, and what have you, and preclude any external influence in this kind of a thing. We cannot have, being a power at the threshold of it, nuclear power, nuclear submarine, missiles, rockets, space, and what have you. So such things, actually we should have no tolerance for this kind of error.
You're absolutely right, sir. We are getting to know, as I